All right, what is up, y'all? What's up, traders? What's up, tycoons? Super excited for today's video. Tellor is absolutely ripping faces right now. Okay, the Bears just got obliterated on TRB. You can see this thing. I mean, if we take a look from the lows, right, from the recent lows, all right, all the way up to the highs, it's up over 3,000%. It's ran up over 3,000%. So, to me, this is looking like it's setting up a 5-wave impulsive structure and could head up to 427. I think could be a price target in 2024. And once we hit there, we'll come up with some price targets, above there. Now, there's going to be some work to be done, but this has some really great things that we've seen so far, right? This is a weekly time frame here, right? And we had this nice rounded bottom. You guys should like a nice rounded bottom. You can see that we broke out from this key level over here, all right? And we were able to back test that as support, right? If we were to, just zoom in a little bit, you can see a weekly close, a weekly open right here. So this is a key level, right? We break through this level, come back down, tap it, retest it, and then it's completely off to the races from there. So we're going to zoom into a daily time frame, go over some important levels on the daily time frame, so that way you guys know what it is to look for, what it is that I'm looking at, and so you guys don't FOMO or panic, FOMO buy or panic sell rather, when it comes to Tellor and TRB. Okay. Now, as always, though, the content provided on this channel is for informational and educational purposes only and is not intended to be relied upon as legal, financial, or investment advice. So please be sure to read through the disclaimer. All right, and we'll go ahead and get back into the video and come on over here to TradingView. All right, and we talked about the weekly time frame. Let's zoom into a daily real quick for you guys. All right, and on the daily, okay, we have that 291 level. Okay, so that was originally, kind of like the target here for, wave 3. Right, so you have 1 up, 2 down, 3. Right, and we hit 291. Right, and anywhere above here, I'm starting to expect some type of a pullback. Right now, I mean, if we were to look at our RSI, it's extremely overbought. Okay, the RSI is at 92 right now. Now, this does not mean that it's bearish, okay? A big mistake a lot of people make with trading, right, is they use these indicators and, they just are using them a little bit wrong, right? I mean, take a look over here when the RSI was at 88. Yes, we pulled back, okay, and just to give the RSI some cool off, but it wasn't bearish for the token, and the token continued to rise higher, continued to rise higher. Even here, okay, it got really high again on the RSI, 88, right? What do? We pull back to cool off a little bit on the RSI, and then we continue making higher highs. Now, there are some things that you can look for, to spot potential pullbacks using the RSI. One of them is going to be bearish divergence, okay? So if we take a look here, right, and we were to just draw some trend lines, right, you see, what do we have? Well, on the price, we have a high, right? And on the RSI, we have a high. And then on the RSI, we make a lower high, and on the price, we make a higher high. So this is a term known as bearish divergence. It's an indicator you could see a pullback. And what do we see? Well, we see the price action start to pull back. But one thing that a lot of people seem to overlook is that whenever you break through this bearish divergence trend line, as we did right here, look what happened to the coin, right? To the token. Absolutely broke out as well and started skyrocketing. Now, if we take a look again, what do we have? Well, we see another time that bearish divergence forms, okay, over here. We can see that we ended up making, a high and then a higher high. So price is in an uptrend. And then on the RSI, we're making a high and a lower high. Remember, this is your relative strength index. So it's going to measure the relative strength of a coin, token, crypto, stock, whatever it is that you're looking at. And we're losing relative strength, even though price is going higher, right? Losing relative strength. And once again, what do you see right here? We break out from the RSI, bearish divergence. And right here is where we retested that key level. And you can see that the coin absolutely skyrocketed afterwards. So for now, it's extremely bullish, okay? And we are very overbought. So this is not typically, just from a, general standpoint, this is not a place where you want to FOMO in, okay, when the RSI is up at 90. Yes, there's lots of strength, but the probability, and as a general rule of thumb, is you're typically not looking to buy necessarily at these overbought levels. Now, Most likely what's going to happen is we're going to get a little bit of some type of a pullback, okay? And at which point the RSI would start to do something like this, okay? Where the RSI starts to cool off a little bit, and then we'll get another rally, okay? And at which point the RSI will most likely make a high and then a lower high, just as we've done over here, where we come up, we make a high, we pull back a little bit, and then we make another higher high, right? Over here, and then we make a lower high. That's something that can happen, all right? And that's something that I'll be looking for, okay, to say, hey, well, if we do end up forming a bearish divergence, that's going to be a time where you want to start looking to potentially buy the dip, okay? And you start looking to potentially buy the dip because the next time that you break through the RSI bearish divergence is typically when you see a very strong breakout to the upside, as I just showed you guys. So again, this is on the daily time frame that I'm using these divergences and spotting them, okay, and planning for them now is what we're going to do. All right. 291 is going to be key support level, 264, 227, 197, and 167. It may seem like a very dramatic pullback, but you have to realize how much this thing has ran up, right? It's gone from 71 here recently all the way up to 325. So if it was to pull back, 167 is still healthy support, healthy retracement territory to continue the uptrend. And you just have to realize that, right? That's why I like to use the fibs, because it really gives you some good guidelines. Remember, you use the fibs, all right, the Fibonacci retracement levels, because nothing moves in a straight line up and nothing moves in a straight line down. Right? You get a move up, retracement, continuation higher, or a move down, retracement, continuation lower. And you can use these to spot those retracement levels to catch the continuation. And you can also use them because if, let's say, we move up, retrace, and we start to consolidate through here and then break through our major retracement levels, that's going to be an indicator that we're going to reverse, right? And that we're not going to get that trend continuation, and that we're actually about to come down and most likely revisit some of the prior lows, right? And so that's something that you want to use and add to your tool belt. Remember, trading is kind of like going to battle. It's kind of like going to war, okay? You want to have as many weapons as possible. You want to know how to use those weapons properly so that way you can have an edge on the battlefield and increase your odds of success. Now, that's going to wrap up today's video for Tellor, for TRB. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what crypto, what tokens, what coins you guys are looking at for 2024. Right there, we're starting to see a lot of things wake up. Originally, it was just Bitcoin and some of the bigger names like Solana, but now we're starting to see that spread into a lot of the other altcoins. And trading crypto has been really fun in 2023. And we're glad to see that. And it definitely appears that crypto winter is over. Now, how long this bull run is going to last, is to be determined, right? We have the Bitcoin halving coming up very soon. And that's going to be an extremely big catalyst, and that may carry the crypto bull market much farther, right? Or that could turn into a sell the news event. We won't know exactly for certain. So you just have to, sharpen up your strategies, sharpen up your skills, and try and see if you guys can spot, those low cap altcoin gems, as they say.